Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to Crossplay, our video game podcast here at the Whatnauts. It is Saturday, May 8th, 2021. This is episode 70 on the list, but we are not calling it episode 70. This is the episode before 69. Just so you guys know.
No.
What? What? Yeah, no. Okay, you could say that.
We already agreed on a name, Gino.
Yeah. Okay. So it's called Crossplay featuring Gino's gone, but he's back now. Is that what it is? No.
When you get to me, I'll
cut this part out. It's okay.
Doesn't matter. Coming up on today's show, we got Epic and Apple have been fighting in the courtroom, and a bunch of dirty secrets have come to light. PlayStation is partnering with Discord, and Nintendo has announced a new game called Game Builder Garage that seems an awful lot like Dreams. But we will get to that in a bit. My name is Gino Viteri, and I am joined by Kyle Springer.
Hello. What a great intro there, Gino. Good job.
Yes. Do not cut it out. Alan, which is also joining us. Please do not cut it out.
Oh, hi. You won't actually hear this because I cut it out. But hello.
And Ignacio. What's up, Ignacio?
Okay, so the episode name is The Whatnauts Present Crossplay Without Gino Part 2. Gino's back.
There you go.
Wait. It's crossplay without Gino presenting Gino.
Yes.
No, it is The Whatnauts Present Crossplay Without Gino Part 2. Gino's back.
Exactly.
Because if you remember last week,
so it's not crossplay without Gino because Gino is literally
last week episode's name was The Whatnauts Present Crossplay Without Gino.
You're thinking about
Part
it,
1.
Alan. You're thinking
Retroactively, now we'll call it Part 1.
You're thinking about it as a descriptor. That's the title of it.
Yeah.
No,
it's the title. It's the number of the episode.
Exactly.
You know what? I will upload this one, and I'm gonna name it Crossplay 70, and you're gonna deal with it.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Totally fine. Anyway, let's get into Wait. That's not how we introduce it. No. Okay. All right. I'm gonna ask Kyle. Kyle, how are you doing? What's up?
I'm doing okay, my dude. I get my second shot of the vaccine on Monday, so I'm super excited. However, I know Alan has felt like shit all day because he got his second vaccine yesterday.
In between today, Kyle can confirm this. I showered and I look like a different person.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
I look like I actually got my shit somewhat together.
Yeah, you do.
Because if you've seen that photo of me on Twitter, if you follow me on Twitter and you see that photo I posted this morning, man, I looked rough.
You did. I like that photo. You did look rough. So it looks like you took a shower, which is good. That's pretty good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you look great.
My head this morning, dude. Jesus.
You have your second shot yet, Ignacio?
Oh yeah, I got it 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Was that
which should mean that I'm fully immunized right now.
Cool.
After 2 weeks, yeah.
It takes like 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got mine, I think, I got it the day after, the day after my birthday was March 29th. That was my first shot. I got mine last week. I don't even remember, to be honest.
No, you're supposed to get your second one like 3 weeks later, though, I thought. You would have gotten it like...
It's like 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So I got it mid-April.
It all depends on the vaccine.
I got it mid-April, probably. Actually,
so I got it the 15th.
I have my girlfriend's mom's friend got the second shot and shortly got COVID right after.
That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's
right out of the final stretch.
She's fine though, but just a little sick. You know?
See, I had a friend that got their first shot, and the week after he got his first shot, he got COVID. And yeah, it sucks for him, but he was super stoked. Then he didn't have to work 60-hour work week that week. He was pretty stoked.
I would be too, to be honest with you. I was hoping the entire time, that I would get either furlough.
Sure, get out of work.
Yeah,
the ability of smell and taste and all the other stuff.
Almost die. You're
sitting there and you get COVID and your work's like, "Are you okay?" And you go, "Yeah, I'm so sad. I'm so sorry. I got sick." And then they're like, "Okay, yeah, goodbye." You hang up the phone. And you're like,
Exactly.
Returnal, here I come.
Returnal, here I go. You're gonna return to playing Returnal.
Now that you're mentioning Returnal, I guess we could go into what we've been playing. I've been playing Returnal, guys.
Nice.
And
really? I had no idea.
I have been. If you see it written there, I have been playing Returnal. And you guys talked about it a little bit last week. I heard what you had to say. I want to just straight right off the bat, Alan, turn on your fucking DualSense, you motherfucker.
No,
Because it is so good the way that this game uses the haptic feedback and the adaptive triggers. Like they literally
It really is neat.
there's 2 buttons on the L2, which is freaking awesome.
Yep.
And I feel like there's some games where, you know, you might want to turn off the feedback and all that stuff because it's a little bit too abrasive. This game doesn't do that. I feel like it does it just right, where it's raining a lot. I'm only in the first biome. I'm not gonna talk about how far I've gotten in the game because I have not gotten far at all. I've played like probably 8 hours and I die at the first boss every single freaking time. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go into. I just want to go into depth with the DualSense features. This is the best after Astro's Playroom. I love that since this is a PS5 exclusive, just PS5, they really have used the most next gen feature of that console. And it makes me so excited for games like, I assume God of War is going to be just PS5 exclusive, hopefully. Imagine the feeling of the Leviathan axe, the way it came back to you on the PS4, that felt so good.
Yeah.
Imagine that with the DualSense, dude. That's going to be so incredible. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So Returnal, DualSense, freaking incredible. I don't know why you have it off, Alan. That's
Gino,
just try it out.
You convinced me. You've convinced me.
Oh yeah,
I'm still not going to turn on the DualSense.
I've convinced you to not try it.
You convinced me to leave it off.
Okay, that's missing out.
How?
Why'd you buy a PS5?
And I saw a tweet this morning. It was a tweet saying, "Stop calling it next gen. It is now current gen."
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. You're right.
I bought a current gen console so I can play games and not have to deal with these gimmicks.
Oh yeah. Now, Gino, I'm with you. If you've listened to the last episode of the podcast, you would have heard how I talked about it, and it is cool that they're using those features. I still think that the haptic feedback is a bit overdone because I think that there's stuff that make the controller rumble that shouldn't make the controller rumble, to be honest. Or also when there's a cinematic and there's cut scenes, like one scene cut another, it's all weird. I still love the use of the adapted triggers, how they managed to put basically 2 buttons on one, but I do have to admit that I changed my controller settings and I put the other one on the R1.
That's the one that's probably the hardest to get used to, because I was messing up too. I was doing the full L2, and when because the game makes you nervous sometimes, so you gotta I just start freaking mashing the L2 and the R2, and then I can't because it's not there, and then it's
interesting.
Tough.
So I changed my configuration too, but I didn't change it to that one. I put my dash on the R1 button.
Interesting.
So that way I don't have to take my thumb off of the thumbstick to hit the dash. I can still move and aim, and I just hit the button with my finger, and I'm good to go. But that was it. It's still I've only played maybe 3 hours so far. I haven't gotten much in, but yeah, it's good. I like it a lot. The one thing I will say against it right now is that in 3 hours, I know I haven't played much, but I haven't felt like I've progressed very much. Whereas Hades, when I played that, it just immediately once you start, you see numbers going up. You see oh, okay, so I don't have to do good. I just have to collect these things, and if I get those things, then I can unlock that. And I don't necessarily feel that yet. Not to say that it's not in there, but in my short time playing it so far, it was I feel like I haven't gone anywhere.
I mean, there are different levels of progression on the game. There's not much that carries between runs. So the only real progression that I think you would make are the few permanent few things that are permanent, which are the the sword or Eventually, you get like a grappling hook, and then the extra slots for like your abilities and stuff like that. But yeah, there's not much that carries over. I got to the second biome. I got to the boss of the second biome, and yeah, dying there and having to go back the whole way, it is crushing.
I found that out today. I found out that happens today. Like, it doesn't save at every biome, and that like really like put me off a little bit because
guys,
apparently it does after the first 3. I think there's like 2 groups of 3, I think is what I heard. So if you make it past those first 3, then it like you'll just start at the next 3.
Luckily, there are a lot of rooms that you can just go through without attacking people.
I'm gonna stop you there, Ignacio. Alan's shaking his head. You can raise your hand if you want.
Guys, I finished Returnal. That's why I didn't put in what I've been playing, because I already beat it, man. I already beat Returnal. I beat it so fast that I did it so quick that I swear to God, I didn't put the disc in my console. I beat it so fast.
You platinumed it?
No, I platinumed it so quickly. I platinumed it so quickly that my PlayStation didn't even have time to register that I got the trophies. I beat it so quick.
No way, dude.
Like, so if you check my PSN account, I don't have any Returnal trophies because I beat it so quickly my PlayStation could not keep up. Yeah.
There you go.
Which is me saying I actually have not even installed it. I haven't even installed the game yet. I haven't even installed Returnal yet.
That's sick as heck.
Do you plan on playing it?
Yeah, I do. I am playing Resident Evil 8. Plus, like, I hear that there's like crashing issues, like with patches coming out. I'm gonna play like the most refined version of Returnal.
Yeah, that's the last thing I'll say about it is there is some things that they do need to patch that I'll probably wait for to go back into it.
Yeah.
Because there was one specific instance that I rarely ever really experience bugs for games when people talk about them. Like, it doesn't happen to me often. But for this one specifically, it was weird because you know how every time you do a new run, the environment changes or the rooms change or whatever. The first room that it put me in, it was a room that I needed the grapple for, and I didn't have it yet. So I was like, interesting. So it just put me in a room that I can't progress any further. So I had to just restart the cycle there. And I'm not dumb.
Weird.
I checked if there was other options, but no, there wasn't. So
sure.
So weird game option there.
I would like to make a correction for something that I said last week. I said that you couldn't put the game on rest mode. It turns out you can.
Oh.
So if you want to just...
was that part of a patch, though? Like, was that, like, by default?
I could have sworn...
No.
I don't think so, but I could have sworn the game told you at the beginning that if you put it on rest mode, you will lose it.
Yeah, I was listening. I listened to what you said, Ignacio. And it does tell you at the beginning, before you start the game, if you ever want to take a break, put your console into rest mode. Since there's no save feature. Yeah, since there's no save feature, put your console into rest mode if you want to take a break. And I thought that was like the most weird thing for a game to tell us to do. Like, you want me to turn my console into rest mode if I'm just gonna take a break from it because you don't have a save? Like, that's so weird. I don't know. It felt weird them doing that. But yeah, it's still fun to play. I don't not like it. It's fun to play.
Yeah, it is fun in an arcadey way.
Hard as fucking hell, though, to be honest with you. So
if you just get good, it won't be as hard. Yeah.
All right. So
get good, you know.
So the other thing that I told Alan to, you motherfucker, turn on your DualSense. I also have to say, you motherfucker, stop playing games until you get tired of them. God. I've also been playing Nier Replicant. Nier Replicant is freaking incredible, dude.
The story is incredible.
That's the shining star of this game.
Exactly.
All, yes. But I understand that this game is obviously dated because it's a PS3 game. There is some mechanics that, they probably could have quality of life updates they could have done for the game. But I think they just upgraded the visuals and all that stuff, and then.
Well, and they made the playable character the brother, because the original game for the West was the dad.
And I think the East one was because this is the one that they had in
Yeah, Replicant is the one that Japan got.
Yeah. So we're getting that one a little bit remastered, I guess, or whatever. Yep. So I've been having a lot of fun with this game. When Returnal came out, I was like, all right, so Returnal's going to take me away from Nier a little bit. It didn't, to be honest. Returnal was way too hard, so I just went back to Nier. And there was one specific... I'm not too far into it, Alan. Yeah, I'm still on the first act, I think.
Oh, so you're not at the time skip yet?
I'm not at the time skip yet.
Oh,
I've been wanting to get there. And also, since I listened to you, said don't do the side quests. Just golden path it, which is a good way. I'm more of like, I like to do half and half. Yeah, but I'll just do some side quests to like, you know, see what's going on.
To see what was up.
Level up something if you need to.
Some gold, stuff like that.
Leveling up doesn't do a whole lot for you.
But I'm not the one to, you know, go all in like you obviously, which isn't a wrong thing. Yeah, which isn't a bad thing. But I like to, you know, I know there's like 5 different endings and like different routes that you have to do, like the route A, route B, route C, or D and E. So I know there's a lot that I still have to get to. That's why I try to more golden path it in a way where I'm not gonna get to. I don't want this game to overstay its welcome, because it is more dated. So I don't want to get tired of it. Yeah, you know, I do want to go through the story because that's the most important part. So with that, talking about the story, I absolutely love the stories in these games. Nier Automata was freaking incredible. This one is no less. I love the relationship between your character and your sister. The relationship between your character and Kaine.
Dude, Kaine's the best. One of the Kaine and Emi are like the best characters in the whole game. I love Kaine so much. I also, if you guys haven't seen it, Kaine wears like a bustier and from freaking white underwear. Yeah, lingerie.
Just lingerie, just straight up lingerie, no shame. And I was like, okay. And then there's like when you first meet her, there's a shot of just her ass. And it's like, all right, that's freaking cool. And then
like that's rad.
Yeah. And then Weiss, which is the book that accompanies you, is freaking incredible.
What did you say?
Weiss?
It's Vice.
Vice. But
even though it's a W. Even though it's a W, they say Vice.
It's spelled they do say Vice. You're right. Yeah. I was just like picturing it in my head. So Vice, or Vicey, how you want to call him.
Well, you gotta say his real name. He is Grimoire Vice.
Yes, Grimoire Vice. And then so I've been having a bunch of fun with it. I love the story so much. There was one thing that I did when you go to the sleep town or the dream town or whatever Alan, there was a part there where you literally read like 15 chapters of a book, like that's the game.
Don't even know.
It's a black screen and then text starts popping up where you just start reading.
It's just text.
It's describing you what's going on, which is normally something you would be playing, but it's just text and you're just reading it and then you're responding to it. You're choosing responses and like it's giving you like little puzzles and then you have to solve them. And then it was literally that. Obviously, it depends on how fast you read, but it was literally that for like 40 minutes. I was like, is this the game now? Like, what's going on? I want to play it.
Oh, Gino, I feel bad. Your poor innocent soul.
So there's
you
more.
Don't even know yet.
Okay. But here's the thing though. I might have been a lot of reading, and it's the most reading I've ever done in my life. And I've gone to school. It's the most reading I've ever done in my life. But it was nice. It was a good story. It was cool. It made me actually pay attention to it. So there you go. Obviously Nier Replicant, shining story. That's the pillar of this game.
Ooh.
I love it very much. But yeah, I don't know. Do you want to say anything else, Alan?
Yeah, I just want to kind of add a couple things to yours, and just the fact that, like, man, trying to upgrade my weapons for one, the trophy, and two, because I like seeing all the weapons' final forms to see how badass they look. It is a soul draining experience. It like, oh my fucking god! I there's one item I had to find giant eggs. Right, I have to find 5. It took me 2.5 hours of reloading a save in the village to get 5 giant eggs. I never felt so dead by the end of it. The other thing I'll add, since you're not in Act 2, Gino, you're right. Last week I never trashed the game's story. The story is the game's definitive, like shiny, like diamond in the rough. When you get to Act 2, Gino, and everything else, I've only gotten two of the four endings, and let me tell you, like endings A and then to ending B, the story gets like, it goes from like an A tier story to like a fucking S tier story. Like you're in for a treat that you're gonna play. You're gonna be like, wow, if this game's gameplay was up to par with its story, this would be the game of the year.
Yeah, I'm so excited. And
I'm glad you like that text, because when you beat ending A, ending B literally starts with, I kid you not, 45 minutes of just backstory text.
Fucking hell.
That even when I'm mashing X and circle together to speed through it, the text still takes me like 5 minutes to spam through. And it does that 6 times in ending B.
Holy shit.
I hope you like fucking reading, because you're going to be doing a lot of that.
That was the most reading I've ever done in my life, so I guess
to be fair, whoever wrote it, though, they did a phenomenal job, though.
No, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the writing was top notch, but I don't have time for that.
But so I'll talk about my last game now. Yep. Before I go into the last game that I was playing, though, I just want to point out that, isn't it crazy how every single game that's come out so far has been like a Game of the Year contender? You know what I mean? Like, they have been Game of the Year contender. A lot of Game of the Year contenders have come out already.
I can only think of 3.
It Takes Two.
Yep.
Little Nightmares 2 to me is a freaking incredible game.
I don't think that'll be Game of the Year contender, though.
That one's going to be ignored.
Not all that stuff.
Yeah.
Hitman 3 is going to be ignored, but a lot of people love that game.
Okay, I thought you were listing Game of the Year contenders, not games that aren't going to be contenders.
I'm just listing games that come out this year now.
Just goes back and
Gio's like, I was on track with game 1, game 2, I was losing it, game 3, I'm just throwing it in there because.
Okay, all right, so whatever, we'll skip that. Okay, so I've also been playing a game that is definitely not going to be Game of the Year contender, Hood.
All right.
Outlaws and Legends.
Is that out?
It's on, when you pre-order it, you could play it on, yesterday was the first day you could play it.
Okay.
So,
early access,
which is May 7th early access. Yeah, if you pre-ordered it. So I was always interested in this game when they first announced it, because it looked interesting. And Focus Home is like, they're a powerhouse for AA games, you know, and for publishing them. I don't know who developed the game, but I know Focus Home published it. But I guess. Have you guys seen this game?
No, I've never heard of this
video.
So just like a quick description of it, Alan. It's similar to For Honor, if you know For Honor.
Okay, yeah, I know that one.
So there's different teams. There's teams of 4. It's like they describe it as a PvPvE. So there is 2 teams of 4 that are trying to get a treasure and transport it to like your ship or whatever it is. It's like a medieval type of game, and you're battling against each other. But then there's also guards. There's different kinds of maps. There's also guards and fighters, swordsmen. There's this one big guard called the sheriff that you cannot fight, but you can't be seen by him. If you're seen by him, he grabs you by the head and slams you into the ground, and you're dead.
Got it.
So you're basically battling against these 4 other players to get the chest of gold or whatever, and take it back to your location.
Okay.
And then whoever gets it first wins. That's what it is. So there is 4 different types of classes. The typical, the tank, the healer, the rogue, and there's the rogue, and then the archer or whatever. And it's a very straightforward game, which is why I think it's good on them for only charging $30 for it across all platforms, because it's strictly multiplayer. Just this one kind of match, 4v4. You're doing that. It's pretty fun to play. I had a lot of fun. I played for like, I think 5 hours or something, just because it's pretty repetitive. You're doing the same matches every game. But what I like is that for every different class, you can do something different. So there's these big, metal gates that block the castle or whatever that you can take different paths with, and the tank is the only one that could pick it up, and then you help your team go through it.
Okay.
And it makes for funny experiences, because our tank was holding up the door for us to go through, but then behind him was the enemy team chasing him. So he's holding it while we go through, and then I'm seeing him get absolutely mauled by the enemy team while he's holding it up.
Yeah.
And I'm just like imagining him go like, go, run, guys, run. And he's like freaking just
Save
holding
yourselves.
the Yeah, exactly. Dude.
So when you say the game's repetitive though, like, so do you feel like this game doesn't have like a long lasting appeal? Like, do you think this game will still be like relevant in like a few weeks?
That's a good question.
It could have a long lasting appeal, but I don't think I don't think it has an initial appeal because it came out at the wrong time.
Yeah.
It's extremely overshadowed by Resident Evil Village.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think anyone's really playing the game because it was hard to find matches at some point.
Yeah.
Literally, but also it's not fully out yet. Yeah. So
okay. So you think when the full game comes out, they're get like after the kind of the wave of games dies, they'll probably be like, hey, the full game's out. Here's like a new big update for early access.
Yeah.
Really put in like kind of like that big summer game like Fall Guys and stuff.
Exactly, and I'm also like, there is progression. You could unlock different weapons, unlock different armor for your class, and I assume they're gonna add different types of game modes because it initially, like, the gameplay is fun. I like I use the archer a lot. I like pulling off headshots. If you get a headshot based on the person you're attacking, it is one shot. You get them right in the head, they're dead. Which is awesome. And it's very straightforward. You do a tutorial and then you go into matches, and that's it. That's all it is. You have your little base camp where you upgrade your armor, or you do this, you do that. But it's fun. It's a typical a game that you would expect from Focus Home is what I say. And those games are typically always good, never memorable. So
that's fair.
So I've had fun with it. It's definitely fun. I am excited to go play. But the one thing that I did have an issue with was the matchmaking itself. It has no regard for whether you're a new player or not. It was putting me in there with level 50s, with full gear, all that shit. We were just losing the entire time. And so I feel like they should fix that part of it for now. But we'll see what happens when it comes out fully.
All right.
Right now it's just in early access. But yeah, that's fun. Isn't that a slow game?
Ignacio.
Okay, so the developer of the game is Sumo Digital, which, if you remember, they are the people that made Little Big Planet 3 and recently Sackboy's A Big Adventure. They've also done Crackdown 3, Snake Pass, the Sonic racing games.
You're talking about Hood?
Cool.
Yeah, they are made by Sumo Digital.
Sumo Digital, interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
cool. Good for them then.
I'm not gonna go into too much. Is it okay if I take it, Gino?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not gonna go too much into Resident Evil 8 because I'll have more opinions on that coming very soon, anyways. So I'm not really gonna talk about it. But it's a fantastic game. If you played it, you already get it. If you haven't played it, what are you doing? Why are you not playing?
I haven't got time.
Alan, baby.
Jeez.
I will be playing it tonight.
Jeez.
Good. Are you starting it tonight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, yes. Gino. Let's go.
Very excited.
The one thing I want to talk about just a little bit, and regardless of your opinions on it, I 100%ed for the first time ever on Wednesday, Super Mario Sunshine. I have helped people beat that game several times, but for the first time myself, I finally 100%ed it myself. And let me just say, I know Ignacio is shaking his head because Mario Sunshine's this whole thing, and I get everyone's different tastes and everything else. I've had people tell me that Mario Sunshine's the Dark Souls of Mario games, and I get it. There's all kinds of things.
What? Okay.
Yeah, just because that's just what people have told me. But I just want to say, like, doing every single thing in the game, my only true complaint of the game is there's too many blue coins to collect, man. There's 240 of those bad boys. What in the fuck is going on there? That is way too many blue coins. How do 100% speedrunners remember where all these fucking blue coins are, man? But I added it all up to 100% this game. I did it in 16 hours and 48 minutes. And some odd seconds.
That's not bad.
But yeah, Mario Sunshine, regardless of your opinions or anything else, enjoy whatever games you want. Who cares if you like it or not? If you enjoy it, that's all that matters. But this game just cements Mario Sunshine as being my favorite.
Except if you don't like it.
Huh?
Except if you don't like it.
Except if I don't like it. Then you're allowed to hate it. But 100%ing it does still cement that Mario Sunshine is my favorite 3D Mario game of all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Again with the strange takes.
Yeah. I would 100% it again.
What
I like that game. I don't know if I'd put it up there as the best.
No, I get it. But for me, it's my favorite. Like, I think my problem is because I played Mario Sunshine first. Because it was my first 3D Mario game, I think that's why
that makes sense.
It's different. Because like I went back and played 64. I don't like how 64 controls, despite Sunshine being technically hard to control. And I've never played Galaxy all the way. I've never beaten Galaxy, and Galaxy's gravity just feels kind of wonky to me. And Odyssey is just too fucking open.
It's okay. I've never played any of the other ones.
Yeah,
I've never played any actually.
So shout out to Mario Sunshine and kicking Bowser's ass.
I do want to commend you.
The game clipped me through the floor twice. The game killed me twice.
I want to commend you on one thing, Alan. This shows that you're not just a trophy hunter. You're a completionist.
Yeah.
So good on you, my friend. Good on you.
Is that a good thing?
Thank you.
Is that a good thing? No.
There were no trophies in Mario Sunshine, and I fucking did it anyways.
There you go. That's good.
Thank you, Gino. Thank you.
That makes it worse.
Just know if you want any more crazy opinions on games that are probably not very liked, and I might like it.
Okay.
I'm your guy.
So you also have here Near Replicant Grind. You spoke about that. Do you want to say anything else about that, or
no? It's just the same thing. Grinding out those materials, man. That don't do it. Just enjoy the story. Don't try to complete it.
So Ignacio, you also have Fortnite here. I believe did we all talk about Returnal good, or do you guys want to say anything?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm good.
So what do you guys say about Fortnite, Ignacio?
Not much.
All right. So let's move on.
That's mostly all that I've been able to play. I've been busy. I've had long nights of doing stuff for college. So
you're playing Fortnite pretty late at night on PSN, Ignacio.
Yeah, because
snitching on us.
Alan always snitching. I don't know. It is kind of like a comfort game for me now, which is wild for me to think about it. Thinking about me 2 years ago, not really enjoying much the game. But yeah, it is pretty, like I said, like a comfort game for me. I'm trying to get to level 100. I'm 79 right now. And so I'm now like in a good pace where I can get 5 levels in one day. Without much worry. And that's all because they keep updating the daily challenges. Well, even though I don't know if they are called daily challenges or not, but they constantly have something that makes you play the game in a different way, whether it is go to areas that you wouldn't ever go to, or even if you go to one area that's so highly, like a lot of people go to, but the game has you looking for these things randomly located, so you have to go in the middle of the battlefield, people attacking just to find all this stuff. It's stuff like that I really like. How it makes you change it up enough that I'm not a guy that plays games like sports games because I feel like they are you always do the same. And so for me with Fortnite, having those challenges, for me, it helps me keep changing it a bit. Yeah. Every time that I go in. Cool. But yeah, that's all that I have to say.
Cool. We will talk about Fortnite a little bit later. There's some stuff we gotta mention about it.
Also, Batman is now in the game. So
nice.
Yes. There actually is a collaboration with the DC Universe Online or DC Infinite, the comic thing, with Fortnite. So they're giving you
Batman 0 point.
Yeah, they're giving you like skins for reading not skins, but like different items for reading the the different issues.
Also, Neymar is in the game, which is a bit weird. The soccer player.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
They have challenges revolving around him, like getting him skills and his back thing and stuff like that.
To go back to the Batman thing real quick, I know you can get, I think you can pick that up at your local comic book stores and stuff like that. But yes, it is also on the DC Universe Infinite app the same date. They usually wait about 6 months to put new comics on there, but for this one, they're just like, it's out same day. So
cool.
Go check it out.
Nice.
All right.
Kyle, you take over housekeeping.
Is it housekeeping?
Sounds good. Yes, sir.
Do it.
All right. If you guys did not know, we have multiple podcasts here at the Whatnauts. You guys can find out more information on our website, which is thewhatnauts.com, as well as your favorite podcasting platform of choice. Just type in the Whatnauts and all of our shows will pop up right there. Actually, this morning, Ignacio and myself, Ignacio, we recorded the Whatnauts review show, which is our weekly book club style podcast. And we covered an anime movie called I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Great movie. Yeah, it's a
Thank you. I need that sound
movie.
Saved.
Yeah,
I don't know why you would save that one, but
it is a weird name, but the movie is so beautiful, so great. And if you're a human being with emotions and not someone with a cold stone heart, it will make you cry.
So, am I able to watch this?
No, because you have a cold stone heart.
Okay. All right. Well, I bet it's a great movie, but I cannot watch it. I'm sorry.
There you go.
No, you can watch it.
So be on the lookout for all of that stuff. If you guys like what we do, patreon.com/thewhatnauts is where you can support us for as little as $1 a month. We have a $3 tier with all kinds of exclusive content, and we just recently put up our most recent thing of that. For the Whatnauts review show, one of the things that we are going to be starting to do is gamify it just a little bit. We're going to be playing bingo with movie and comic tropes and the like. So as we are reading and watching these things for the review show, if it's like, oh, man, does this one have a signature move? Yes, a character had a signature move. So I'll mark that down. And then bingo, you can do that stuff there. And the winner gets pizza. So we're playing for big stakes, big money.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So we came up with all of those tropes on that one, and that was a lot of fun. You guys should go check that out.
I haven't met anybody that doesn't like pizza, so
there you go. Yeah, gotta fight for that pizza. Let's see. Last but not least, a big shout out to our Patreon supporters at the $5 tier and above. So thank you to Sam and thank you, Greg Miller, for supporting us. That has been wonderful. We love you both a lot. Thank you.
Big Daddy Gregory.
There you go.
Daddy. Big Poppy Greg. Poppy Greg.
And thank you, Sam.
Grande Poppy Greg.
I said last but not least, but I lied. If you guys want to check out some of our live streams, we are on Twitch at twitch.tv/thewhatnauts. I know we've been slacking a little bit lately, but we are usually there each Wednesday and Friday night, as well as Sunday afternoon. I should have been there when you guys listen to this on the public. I should have been there on Sunday, and hopefully we'll be there this next Wednesday too. Yeah. So be on the lookout for all of that stuff. But yeah, that is it. That is all the housekeeping that we have for right now. So let's get on to the news.
All right. Can you guys hear it? Because I can't hear it.
Yeah.
You guys hear it?
I can hear it.
Can't hear it.
I don't hear it. That's so weird.
It's weird. I hear it. It's so strange.
You weird.
Because you have it on your computer because you're the one recording.
You guys are weird. All right. If you guys didn't know, Epic and Apple are in the courtroom battling it out. And we've been learning a bunch of things from these battles. Bunch of juicy deets for things they haven't announced yet, for things that they haven't talked about yet. So I got a bunch of bullet points here from the Epic versus Apple saga. So let me start here. We got some characters and celebrities that may be coming to Fortnite. I don't know how positive we are that they are, but these are
it is from their documents. So
yeah, so these
pretty
are
positive.
These are names that we have seen in the documents. We got I'll list them out here. We got Samus Aran from Metroid, Naruto Uzumaki from Naruto, LeBron James from NBA, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson from wrestling, Katniss Everdeen from Hunger Games, The Bride from Kill Bill, John McClane, Snake
from Die Hard.
From where?
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Snake Plissken.
From Escape from New York,
I think. The fuck is that?
Yeah, Escape from New York. That's the character that inspired Snake from Metal Gear Solid.
And Snake takes up the names.
I like this next one.
Lady Gaga from iTunes Radio and Ariana Grande from Spotify.
Let's go.
I'm from Victorious.
They put Lady Gaga in Fortnite, dude. I might fucking play Fortnite.
So you're excited for a Lady Gaga skin?
Dude, hell yeah, I am.
There you go.
I didn't know you were a Lady Gaga fan.
Yeah, dude, I love Lady Gaga's music. Let's go.
Really? There is more info on that Lady Gaga in particular, I think.
Oh, interesting on that. Well, because she has tweeted, "What's Fortnite?" So maybe they reached out. Because remember when she was like, "Who's Ninja?" And he's like, "Hey." And then she's like, "What's Fortnite?" So they probably reached out to her there and were like, "Listen, you motherfucker, we're Fortnite. Do you want to be a skin in our game?"
So
give me your skin.
Now does Lady Gaga look at him and go, "But still, what's Fortnite?"
Yeah.
So the article, what it says here is that as for Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande, it seems that the hope is that they will perform in-game concerts or participate in similar promotion.
I will be there.
That would be so cool.
I don't think that Lady Gaga would be there just shooting at people.
Dude.
That would be cool.
That'd be funny.
I'll take a Lady Gaga concert in Fortnite, or I'll just take a Lady Gaga skin. Like, I'll be juking on people. Well, trying to juke on people.
I'm personally excited
those soggy
for
90s.
Yeah,
all those soggy 90s.
I'm personally excited for Naruto and Samus skin. Those would be real cool.
Dude.
Yeah.
There you go.
Although, why Naruto and not Goku?
That's maybe
because Ignacio, because obviously Naruto is more famous.
That's more my generation.
You're not even.
To be honest,
it's not even
Dragon Ball Z or Naruto.
Dragon Ball Z.
Well, but again, we're like the same age. Like Dragon Ball Z was around when I was young, but like I remember all of Naruto more vividly.
Naruto is way younger.
They are both timeless, but that gives us the maybe there will be a Goku skin. You know, you never know. Now that Naruto's in there, and Samus being the first Nintendo character, I think. Correct?
So the season, chapter is ending on June.
Mm-hmm.
So they could very well make a theme that somehow revolves around, I don't know, anime.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. That would be awesome.
I want light. I want light from Death Note in there.
That would be great. That would be great too. Yeah.
As for what's interesting here is that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is named amongst all of these. Mm-hmm. It is interesting because if you remember back when the new chapter came out, the thing that was going around was that The Rock was playing this mysterious character and that there was all these hidden things in the data and all the stuff that would point to The Rock. So this is kind of basically confirmation for that.
Yeah, that's real cool. But that's not all we got from this the courtroom fight. We've also got some other bullet points here. Fortnite has made $9 billion in 2 years. $9 billion. So that's great. The Epic Game Store is far from profitable and isn't expected to be profitable until around 2024.
Good lord.
Yep.
So
this has to do with, of course, it takes less money for less of a cut from games, and also it comes from them giving away free games pretty much weekly.
Interesting. What else we got here? Epic Games foreshadowed its Apple lawsuit and asked Phil Spencer to nix the Xbox Gold paywall for Fortnite. So we got a bunch of foreshadowing going on in the courtroom too. Epic pays Sony for crossplay, but not Microsoft, which is a whole other story itself that they spoke about.
Bad look for Sony, yeah.
Yeah, bad look for them. But good luck for them. The PS4 is responsible for more Fortnite revenue than any other platform. In fact, the PS4 accounts for 46.8% of Fortnite revenue,
Damn.
which is wild.
I think these last two are tied because for the Epic pays Sony for crossplay, the way that it works, as far as I know, is that if a player is known to be primarily a PlayStation player, and they go, say, to the Switch and they buy something there, Sony gets a cut from that. So it could very well be that that's why they are making, or that they are taking such a big piece of the overall pie.
Interesting.
It also could be because the PS4 is literally the best-selling console out of the console.
Is it because they have a stake in Epic? Is that why you say they get a cut from it?
No. That's the deal that they got.
Oh, that's the deal that they have with...
Yeah, like Sony, Epic pays Sony for crossplay. That's because that's the deal. In order for Epic to get crossplay on PlayStation, to get them on board, that's the deal that they had to cut.
Oh.
Yeah, we know that. The thing I think we're finding strange is that if a player buys something on a different console, that PlayStation still gets a cut, is what you said.
No, that's the deal. That's what we learned from the court documents. That's it. Yeah. That's what it took for Sony to agree. That's what it took for Sony to agree to crossplay, because in their own words, there was no financial incentive for them to agree to it. So I guess Epic had to come to them and make them an offer that would be tentative.
Interesting. All right. So what else we got? We also got some insults thrown. Epic Games called Microsoft well poisoners. So good for them, I guess. And Epic Games also reveals intentional withholding Fortnite from Xbox's xCloud service. So that's a lot of negative light things coming out here.
So even though it is an Epic versus Apple court case, there is a lot of dirty laundry and crossfire that involves so many other people.
Yeah.
As we'll talk about right now.
Okay. So what other stuff we learned? Walmart wants to start a cloud gaming service. Don't. Okay?
No, thanks.
I know you're listening, Walmart. Don't do that.
No.
Okay, what else we got?
Mr. Walmart himself.
Hey, Walmart.
Friend of the show.
I know you mentioned Walmart, so it made me think of it. Walmart, the store. Can you put Digimon cards in stock? I went there once and didn't have it. What the fuck are you doing?
Exactly.
Alan, you got Amazon. You got the internet.
Exactly. What else we got? Microsoft doesn't make money on Xbox consoles. That's just a blanket statement.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Something that I do not understand.
You have to do. You have to invest.
But the problem here is that it is true that they do not make money at the beginning. As far as I know, they should start making money at some point because the cost of making consoles comes down.
Mm-hmm.
So everything that I read, it was that they never make any money out of the console. So I don't know if I'm wrong with that or if there's something weird going on.
It might just be that when the cost goes down, they lower their cost. To be like, all right, now it's $300. Now it's $200. And they just don't make any.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not where their primary source of revenues come from. It's mainly coming from software and stuff like that. So what else we got here? Microsoft has toyed with the idea of reducing its cut of net games sales revenue to 12% on Xbox.
All right.
So good on there. And
so we talked about it last week, how they did that for the Microsoft Store.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then Microsoft also got Shadow, not from Sonic, Alan. Okay? A cloud computing service, and they got it kicked off of Apple's App Store over xCloud arguments. So a lot of punches being thrown in this courtroom. The last thing we need is just a video of them straight up fighting.
Yeah,
that's all we need.
Right?
Apparently, the court case itself it sounds entertaining, at least.
It sounded like you were gonna say. Apparently, they did.
I feel like in that courtroom, there's probably a lot of finger pointing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there is a lot of.
And not this kind.
There's a lot of
not this
interesting
kind. You know what I mean?
I want to see this in like a Phoenix Ray Ace Attorney courtroom. Like I want to hear some objections and stuff.
It was him.
I read some of the
objection.
Yeah.
I read some of the live tweets for one of the days of the court case, and pretty much the judge was getting pissed off by one of the attorneys.
Yeah.
Can you blame him though?
None of us here are obviously in any form of law, so
no. And also a lot came out of this, so this is all that I could find, to put it in here, but a lot happened.
Yeah.
So I think there is some stuff that we didn't get, or we didn't put in here.
But yeah, this is still an ongoing saga, correct? All right,
yep,
so
correct.
Stay tuned.
We will be hearing more about them. So let's move on, guys. Number 2, PlayStation is partnering with Discord. This comes from Jim
Top
Ryan.
10 anime betrayals of all time.
Let's go.
100%.
Wow.
More like top 10 anime moments.
Yeah, so let me read this. This is from Jim Ryan in the SIE blog. He said, at PlayStation, we're constantly looking for new ways to enable players around the world to connect with one another, form new friendships and communities, and share fun experiences and lasting memories. It's in this spirit that we're excited to announce a new partnership with Discord, the communication service popularized by gamers and used by more than 140 million people every month around the world. Together, our teams are already hard at work connecting Discord with your social and gaming experience on PlayStation Network. Our goal is to bring the Discord and PlayStation experiences closer together on console and mobile starting early next year, allowing friends, groups, and communities to hang out, have fun, and communicate more easily while playing games together. To bring these experiences to life for our players, Sony Interactive Entertainment has made a minority investment as part of Discord's Series H round. So, a few, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, we saw the rumors that Microsoft wanted to purchase Discord. I think this is how it played out, my friends. Microsoft was like, "Hey, how much for you? We'll buy you. And then you we got Microsoft Teams. Maybe you could help us out with that. Let's do something. Let's do something here." Discord was like, "What the fuck? What's wrong with you? No, don't buy me. I don't want you." And then PlayStation was like, "Hey, I don't want to buy you, Discord. I want to work with you. Let's work together." That's exactly what happened. Let's just make it simple for everybody here.
I feel like it was Microsoft maybe pushing for exclusivity.
Yes.
That's just a wild speculation, but I think a lot of people would really want something like Discord on as many platforms as it can be, which maybe sounds more like something that Microsoft would do, but then to lock something down like this would be neat, right? Mm-hmm. So the fact that, they were like, Microsoft, no. PlayStation, yes.
Exactly.
Well, plus for how successful Sony and the PlayStation has been, it's probably more alluring to partner with PlayStation than Xbox as well.
Probably, yeah.
Or PlayStation just slid real well into their DMs.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
But also, this comes off.
You up?
This comes off the
you still
heel.
up?
This comes off the heels of like Microsoft making all these moves, these incredible moves against Sony. You know what I mean? And then Sony just was like, we're doing something now. And then so they saw this happening, and then this is just my imagination, running wild.
Yeah.
But it is pretty incredible because for a long time, I've wanted that. Discord is the best way to be in like communication with your friends if you're playing video games. And often I have my headset on for the game, and then I have another earpiece for freaking Discord just to, and that gets annoying.
I've done that.
That is annoying. But so now I do like the game capture thing where I have it on my computer, and then I have the Discord there too, like that whole thing with the PlayStation. But
I had that experience the other day. I was going to play Fortnite with a friend, and out of convenience, I just wanted to play on my PC when my friend was on the PlayStation. Mm-hmm. And then I just had to go to PlayStation because if I had used a PC, we would have had to be over Discord, and that would have meant that either we do not hear the game or we have to do what you said, like one ear one thing, one ear the other thing.
Yeah.
So this is pretty good, especially for like crossplay stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is one of the things that it will help with.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Funny enough, considering the last news, the last story that we talked about.
So when do trophies come to Discord? Next year?
Oh my god.
So like,
that'd be interesting.
How's that gonna work?
There is something I do want to ask you. What kind of integration do you guys think it'll have? Will it be like baked in? Like, do you think it'll take over parties, or will it be an app, a separate app that you?
I think they might integrate it with the party chat. That way, like, you can kind of sync up your Discord and Sony account together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, kind of shares that friend list and stuff, so you can just kind of communicate on PSN parties via Discord, because it just kind of melds them together.
Yeah.
I could see it being the Spotify route, where it is its own app, but it does have like special treatment when it comes to like what it can do. Like, you can play music in the background, or it has like its own like settings when you go to the quick menu and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I could see it being like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. I think it will be its own separate app, but it will be the thing of like, do you want to use the built-in thing, or do you want to use Discord? And it's like, Discord, duh.
Yeah, exactly. So you go to a separate app to, hop in a party, or I wonder if it'll be if you call your friends on Discord through the PlayStation and then they get a call.
I just imagine us like being here on our podcast and like knowing someone who's streaming some game, and it's like, so now we go to Andrew live in Fortnite with the update, and it like smashes to
that'd be really cool.
Let's go.
They could do that. They could implement something like screen capture for PC, where you can just capture your gameplay and make it easier for people to stream, or to stream with other people.
Exactly.
I thought something crazy.
What did you think?
I'll say it at the end, because it's technically unrelated to Discord. So I'll say it later.
I think we're on the tail end of the Discord conversation.
Sure.
This is gonna be disconnected from everything else. Kyle.
That's fine.
Kyle.
Yes.
I wonder what would it take to get you to play Resident Evil 8?
Where's your mind, Alan?
$9 billion. I don't know. Why? Do you have an idea for that? Or did you just want to watch me play?
Just an idea.
Okay, we could talk about that some other time.
See, that's why I said it was totally disconnected.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, top 10 anime betrayals. That's what Discord
top
has
10
done.
anime moments.
Moments. Well, betrayal, I mean, sort of. Oh,
well,
if
you're Xbox, it's a betrayal.
Exactly. So that's
if
what
you're a Sony
Xbox
fanboy,
is.
it's a top anime moment.
Exactly. All right, let's move on. Number 3, my friends. We got some E3 updates. Just real quick. This comes from Matt Purslow at IGN. We got more publishers have joined E3 for 2021. The ESA has confirmed that games from a number of prominent developers and publishers will be part of E3 2021, in addition to previously announced partners. Square Enix, Sega, Bandai Namco, and Gearbox Entertainment are all confirmed to have games to show at E3's all-virtual event for 2021. They're also joined by Xseed Games / Marvelous USA, Incorporated, Freedom Games, Devious Eye Entertainment, Turtle Beach, Verizon, and Binge.com. These companies join E3's previously confirmed partners, Nintendo, Xbox, Capcom, Ubisoft, Take-Two Interactive, and Warner Brothers Games. A little side piece of news from that as well. This comes from Jordan Gerblick at Games Radar. Konami has announced that it won't be in attendance at E3 2021 due to timing. In an announcement shared on the official Konami Twitter account, the studio confirms that it has several projects in development that we can expect to hear about within a matter of months. Konami has also expresses its support for the ESA and confidence in E3 2021's success. So just a bunch of small little updates there about what E3 is shaping up to become. Are we excited, guys? Are we excited for this?
Oh yeah, Capcom.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Square Enix.
I'm excited for E3.
Bandai
I
Namco.
don't really care about any of these companies that they announced, like Xseed Games. I'm sorry, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
who
you don't care about Binge being there?
Binge.com? I don't know what they've done.
When Gino said Binge, when I read it on the article, I thought it said Bing. Like, wow, why is Bing there?
To be honest,
Microsoft
just
getting in
until
on the
now, I
ground
also was
level with
thinking about
Bing.
Bing.
Like E3's like, guess who we got for E3 this year? Bing.
Whoa, dude! Whoa!
And if you didn't know that, you can Bing it.
Exactly.
It'd be like, dude, now we gotta go. Now we have to watch E3 2021. This is gonna be the fucking show.
Yeah.
Bing's gonna show
Bring
off their
it
new
back,
search
baby.
engine. Oh my god, dude.
That'd be great.
Exciting stuff here.
I mean, with Stadia just adding their search bar,
yeah.
being
That'd
at
be the
E3
beginning.
might not be far off.
Yeah.
That'd be
Of course,
amazing, though.
Of course, friends.
This is big
my
news.
E3 is
Goodness.
coming up next week. Final Fantasy 14 Fan Fest is coming up, and that is my E3. Obviously, I'm excited for E3. I'm excited to see. You mentioned Capcom, Alan. I'm assuming Resident Evil 4 remake. We might get something like that. You know.
I don't think Resident Evil 4 remake's coming. Now that we
Monster
got
Hunter 6, you know?
VR RE4, I don't think RE4 remake is happening.
We'll see. I guess we'll see.
I don't
we'll
think
see
so.
what
I mean,
happens.
I'm a believer.
We'll see,
I'd
indeed.
want that so bad. I'd be in Cloud 9, but I don't.
Logically,
so.
that should be the next one. I'm assuming, because if they're going off the remake route,
They could
did
remake
2, 3,
1. Again.
now 4.
No,
You know
we're
what I
gonna
mean?
get. Watch they do 5.
Those. I think that's really stop it. Those don't need to be remade.
No,
feel like that's,
I think I could see Capcom maybe remaking 5, but they'll never touch 6. 6 is gonna be
absolutely.
forgotten.
And if they do 5 before 4, then that's a riot right there. I'm sorry to tell you. I feel like they know better than that. So.
Oh, they do.
But that's all we got for E3
Yeah.
right now, my friends. So
Square
very excited.
Square
very
Enix being
excited.
there
Mark your calendars.
means that we'll probably see Final Fantasy 16. Hopefully, Gino, I
Yes,
know.
dude.
Yeah.
I know you could probably see more 14 stuff.
More Kina,
yeah.
more Kina as well.
Maybe we'll get the sneak peek at a new Kingdom Hearts.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
Hopefully the next
Absolutely not.
set of
What do you
Gino.
think's more likely, the next Kingdom Hearts or a release date for RE4 remake?
RE4
remake.
100%. I think we're gonna get like 3 more mainline Final Fantasy games before we get Kingdom Hearts 4.
Wow.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, Tetsuya
Wow.
Nomura is working on Final Fantasy
That's an
remake.
opinion right there.
Yeah. He's not necessarily wrong. That's kind of how that series has been, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Also, Bandai Namco being there, they could still show off this year's Dragon Ball game. Could be.
And maybe we'll see more
Relax.
of the. Hang on, I got
Yeah,
you.
it's the-
Maybe we'll see more of the amazing Final Fantasy VII remake integrating.
relax, Ignacio.
Hopefully.
Wait, why would we
No.
see it? Wouldn't it have come out already?
I don't know. I watched the
No,
trailer for it this
I
morning,
think
and
it's
I was
mid
just.
June.
I didn't even want to watch it
Yeah.
anymore.
He platinumed it, by the way, guys. If you're listening, he platinumed it. Just so you know.
It comes out on June 10th.
I like to hurt myself, as Kyle said.
on 10th. Okay, so it comes out
Yeah.
before they start then.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, it is great that we're getting it in a month.
Yeah.
Right?
Very, very.
Great that we're getting more remake.
very
And also
exciting.
for the second part of the story, I mean, Konami not being there, whatever, but it is one of those stories where Konami not being there, that's kind of bad news, but
Oh my.
they're making more games. They're confirming that they're working
Yeah.
on several projects. That's cool.
Yeah. Nice. Very exciting stuff. Very exciting
Holy
stuff.
shit, that's a lot of news.
Heck yeah. All right. You're talking about the next news article, right? So let's move on number 4 here. Nintendo Switch sales numbers. This comes from Dean Takahashi over at VentureBeat. Let's see here. Nintendo reported its year-end financial results today and said the Switch sold more than 28.8 million consoles, up 37.1% in the past 12 months that ended March 31st. So what we're going to implement here, guys, we're going to implement some jump-in reading. So when you guys want to jump in and start, I'll read this next one. Whoever wants to jump in, start reading that third paragraph right there. So next up, lifetime sales of the Switch are now at 84.59 million consoles with 587.12 million copies of software. That means it has outdistanced the Nintendo 3DS, which sold 75.94 million systems and 386.48 million copies of software.
Animal Crossing
Oh.
New Horizons sold 20.85 million in the past year, reaching the cumulative sales of 32.63 million units. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sold 10.62 million copies, reaching a cumulative sales of 35.39 million. Ring Fit Adventure also sold 7.38 million copies, hitting a grand total of 10.11 million units sold.
Meanwhile,
oh, we got a clash here. You have to fight now.
I go, meanwhile, Super Mario 3D All-Stars and Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, which were released this fiscal year as a part of the Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary campaign, saw sales of 9.01 million copies and 5.59 million copies, respectively. In addition to Nintendo titles, sales sales of games from other software publishers continued to grow steadily for a total of 36 million seller titles for this fiscal year.
So
Nintendo rolling in money.
Rolling in it.
Yep.
100%. I of course don't have much to say about it. Just a lot of money for Nintendo. Good for them.
It's not that just a lot of money. A lot of Nintendo Switches.
Yes.
Out there. Yeah. 4 years and already 85 million, outselling even the 3DS.
Yep.
Just give us Mario Kart 9. Just come on.
That's the other part. Mario Kart 8 is selling still great, so I don't see Mario Kart 9 coming out anytime soon.
It's still so good, yeah.
Gino, can I do this next one?
You want to do the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when you finish it, I wanna ask something to you.
Okay.
So go ahead. Let's move on to the next one then.
So the next one, Sunset Overdrive. Sony has recently registered a trademark for Sunset Overdrive. Historically, Insomniac has usually always worked with PlayStation up until they made Sunset Overdrive exclusively for Xbox in 2014. In 2019, Sony finally purchased Insomniac, and everyone wondered what would happen to the game. Since Insomniac owns the IP, confirmed by them in a tweet in 2018.
Yes.
You guys, when's Sunset come to PlayStation? Or you got anything else about this? You excited?
Exactly. So that's what I wanted to ask, because I know you played it recently, Kyle, on Xbox, and I asked you, or I'm not sure if it was me or Alan or someone asked you, if you believe there could be a sequel to it. What do you think about that now?
There can be a sequel. I don't think the first game is coming to PlayStation unless we learn of some deal with that. Because I think when the news came out that they got bought, that was, this was a big topic of discussion. And yeah, it was Insomniac owned the IP, but I think Xbox still owns the publishing rights of that first game. So unless something has changed and they've struck a new deal, I don't think we're gonna see that first game on PlayStation. But there could be a sequel. I don't necessarily think this is indicative of them being like, here's another one, because this would be a third game in their rotation between Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank, and that's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot.
They could give it to someone else, but I don't know if that's what they would want to do.
Which is an option as well, but the other thing also, it could just be business, regular, trademark stuff. I mean, now that they own Insomniac, they just have to do that, so
yeah, at the end of the day, it's like, well, we have this thing that we now own, so we just have to protect it.
Yeah,
and that's it. Yeah,
exactly. Any closing thoughts, Ignacio, on this Sunset Overdrive thing?
I played Sunset Overdrive 1 for a bit. I'm not that excited for a new Sunset Overdrive game.
Yeah,
I mean, it's fine, but
I think
not that exciting.
I think that what happened, because I've seen Sunset Overdrive, played a little bit of it. It seemed like a template for Spider-Man. Yeah. Which it is a fun game. I do think it was hindered by the fact that it was just on Xbox, though. I think if we saw this on PlayStation, it might have been a little bit more successful. And it's not to say anything against Xbox. It's just I feel like that's probably what would have happened. And it would be wild to see PlayStation PlayStation do a Sunset Overdrive with Insomniac again, and then absolutely hit it out of the park. Just like another thing to, take from them and show off or whatever it is. But yeah, it is interesting. I would play it if it came to PlayStation.
Oh, same. 100%.
Yeah, I would play it, especially if it came, remastered and stuff like that, or whatever they
or even if they just straight up ported it,
Yeah, that would be very cool. That would be very cool. Yeah. But yeah, I guess we will see. That is just a trademark that popped up and people started talking about it. Let's move on to the next story. Ignacio wants to take over for this story because he violently deleted my summary about it. So
again, your thing was wrong.
Got janked out of it, Gino.
Just a summary was what it was, but here we go. He's got more things to talk about it. Go ahead, Ignacio.
So finally, we get to the good stuff. So Lost Judgment, a sequel to Judgment, has been revealed. So here we have an article from Michael McWhorter. I think that's how you pronounce it, from Polygon. Yeah. So Sega's Yakuza team has announced a sequel to Judgment, the 2019 action thriller starring Takui Yagami as a disgraced lawyer turned detective during a Judgment Day livestream on Friday. The next game in the series is called Lost Judgment and once again features Yagami on a mission of mystery surrounding a gruesome murder. Lost Judgment, Yakuza series Lost Judgment, Yakuza series executive director Toshihiro Nagoshi said, will expand on Yagami's story as he deals with the fallout from a guilty verdict handed down in the Japanese court. According to Yagami's Japanese voice actor Takuya Kimura, not only will the game's main character contend with a grim murder, he'll also have to go undercover at a local high school, which will allow for a variety of storytelling elements, including comedy. Nagoshi also confirmed that Lost Judgment will launch worldwide on September 24th on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. So guys, how excited are you? Did I sell you on the game with this description?
Well, I didn't play the first Judgment, and I still haven't finished Yakuza 0, so I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I haven't played the first one yet, so I'm a little behind, and I would have to play that one first. But I mean, I like that they are branching out and expanding that world and stuff. I definitely have a little bit of FOMO of being like, oh man, there's so many Yakuza games that I need to go play, and they all look so good. I just haven't played them yet. But yeah, I'm excited that they're still making stuff, and that this one got a sequel. It was not just a one and done thing.
Do you know anything to add?
You can continue. Just keep going.
Oh, I mean, we can talk about the game a bit more. Like, for example, it has been revealed that the two main locations for the game will be Kamurocho, once again in Tokyo, and Yokohama, which, if you didn't know, is the place where Yakuza Like a Dragon took place in. So I do not expect any connection. I mean, of course, what they did with Judgment was they made a game set in the same place, same location, same time as the other Yakuza games, but it isn't connected at all to the other games.
Just reusing assets, cool. Huh? Okay.
Not even. I mean, Judgment is the most beautiful game out of all the Yakuza games, but for sure, and also it has the most refined gameplay out of them, which we'll talk about a bit later. But
no, you can talk about it now. You can talk about it now.
I mean, there are other details like how they took.
I feel like Gino's setting something up here. Like I'm waiting for this to drop.
He's not. He's mad that I added a lot of details here, like how they put so much attention on the high school setting.
Oh, I mean, I agree. I scrolled down and saw this, and I was like, holy shit!
It's just extra stuff that I added. Fine, I'll move on. I'm just excited that they announced a sequel for Judgment.
If you're interested in checking it out, you could go to Sega or something. I don't know. Sega did it.
I'll find a link. You can check the description of the YouTube VOD or something, and you'll see it.
very lengthy story trailer.
Yes.
6 minutes, I believe, that they showed a bunch of stuff there. So
and all good stuff. All good stuff. So moving on, the second news story that we have here for Judgment is that Ryuga Gotoku Studio has announced their plans for the Yakuza series moving forward. So Sega's Yakuza games will continue on as a turn-based role-playing games, as established by last year's entry, Yakuza Like a Dragon, while the franchise's Judgment spin-off games will focus on street-brawling, real-time action. Developer Ryuga Gotoku's executive director, Toshihiro Nagoshi, confirmed the split direction from the Yakuza franchise during a live stream on Friday, saying that his studio's plan to further refine what made each series great. I'm guessing you're all heartbroken here, as much as I am. Heartbroken.
I checked out a little bit. What you said was that the mainline Yakuza series are from now on are going to be turn-based RPGs, and the Judgment will adopt, or it's already adopted, but it will be the action brawler that Yakuza started.
It'll stay true to the originals.
Yes.
It will keep the action brawler tradition of the Yakuza game.
Yeah.
That's fine. So why are you heartbroken, Ignacio? Tell me.
Because I really think that the Yakuza games, and with that I'm including Judgment, they are made in such a way, like they are so cinematic and so martial arts focused, that one of my biggest problems with Yakuza Like a Dragon was that the turn-based gameplay of it is at odds with that theme, with that way of storytelling. Like, for example, you get into these hyped up moments where you finally get to beat the shit out of this one guy, and you go, and then it's just you standing and the other guy standing.
Yeah.
And you wait for each other's move.
It slows it down.
Yeah, or or the Yakuza games, they always have the moments where you have to walk or run to the top of the building while fighting other people along the way. Mm-hmm. And I really do feel that the turn-based gameplay of it cuts the whole momentum of that. And so that's why I'm a bit disappointed. I do understand that they are trying to make something different now with the Yakuza games. Like, Kiryu's story is pretty much done now. So, to me, they are just taking Yakuza Like a Dragon as to being this new thing. Yeah. Even though it is still Yakuza, it has the Yakuza name, it is more like their third pillar. Mm-hmm. The other Yakuza games, and then Judgment being the other two.
Well, for me, I saw the gameplay trailer that they also showed, and this game looks freaking beautiful. So it did make me, it did interest me. It did pique my interest because I would want to, and it looks interesting, the story and all that stuff. So it's, the barrier of entry is easier to go through than Yakuza itself. Yeah. Because Judgment just has the one game for
you
this
could
one.
Always play Yakuza 0.
Yes, Ignacio, I understand, but I'm telling you something. I'm trying to make you understand that Yakuza has so many games already. Judgment is a spin-off. I understand it's a spin-off of Yakuza, but it's its own contained story in a way. So I could start Judgment to lead into this one, which makes it a little bit interests me a little more than starting the entire Yakuza series.
Yeah, I'm with Gino because like I enjoyed Yakuza 0, but I don't like the concept of like no matter how good they are. And I know they're great, Ignacio. I know you love them a lot, but having to play through Yakuza like 1 through 6 to get to Like a Dragon, that's just not something it doesn't feel like I want to play through them. It feels like I have to get there, and I don't want to do that.
You get to play through them.
Don't pitch it, Ignacio. All right, we've done enough of that. Yeah. Don't pitch it, Ignacio. Okay, don't pitch.
Gino and I will maybe jump into the Judgment series since it's easier, Ignacio, right? We're meeting you halfway.
What I say is that why I say that you should start with 0 is that then you get to play the other games. Yeah. You don't have to. You get to play the other games.
I like
Judgment.
Dragon Ball Z. Okay, I like Dragon Ball Z. All right, so just relax.
You know what, Ignacio? I also don't like dubbed anime. You know what? Are you happy now?
But yeah, Gino, to your point, Judgment is also a good starting point.
Yeah.
Like I said before, it is like a separate thing from Yakuza games, even more so than Yakuza Like a Dragon, which was still very much connected to the other games. This is decisively something different.
Cool.
So yeah, go for it. Go play Judgment.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely worth a try. Yeah. All right, sounds good. I think we're good on that, right? I assume we're good on that. And that is all the big news stories we got for this week. Kyle, take us into the new and notable.
Actually, that's Alan's job now. Hit that button.
Alan, take us into new and notable.
Will do, Gino. Oh, wait, no. Ah! Yep, fucked that up.
Motherfucker did.
Actually, I'm the one that fucked it up. But anyways, new and notable today, guys. Nintendo announced Game Builder Garage, which is coming on June 11th. The game that we alluded to is looking very similar to Dreams.
Yep.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. It's not one that's necessarily for me that I want to play, but this is maybe the early end of a trend, right? We've seen stuff like Little Big Planet, we've seen Dreams, we've now seen this, we've seen Mario Maker, right? Is this them getting more into stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, even if you compare it to Dreams, but it is still like a natural thing for Nintendo to do right now. I mean, we had Labo, which was already a step toward that direction. And also we have Mario Maker, of course. So to me, it's natural. I don't think that they are copying the success of Dreams.
Sure. Yeah, that's not what I'm...
I don't think I'll play this. I didn't play Dreams, so...
No, if it had trophies, you'll play it.
No, if you know me, I'm not an imaginative person. I can't create anything to save my life, you know? I can play games to collect trophies, but if you're like, hey, create a basic level, okay.
It seems like this has tutorials of how to do all that stuff. And if it's Nintendo teaching you how to do that stuff, like I think that's an amazing experience. Like these guys are some of the best in the video games. Just to be like, hey, here's how you program this, and we've made a simple interface for you to do that. That's something that's really special.
Yeah,
that sounds cool.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, Ubisoft has also announced The Division Heartland, which will be a free-to-play game, is currently in the works.
That sounds cool as well.
Interesting.
I do wonder what the quality will be, because in a way it reminds me of, I don't know if you guys remember the era where we would get stuff like Battlefield Online for free, or Need for Speed World that was also for free, which were free to play versions of other big games, which were like these weird, I don't know, stripped down versions of the game. I do wonder how much of the good gameplay would be, how close to a main Division game it will be.
I think the quality will be there just as much as the Division 1 and 2. It's just the size of it. Because when I saw this story, it says that they're trying to make the Division, they're expanding the world of it. So that's what Heartland is. They're trying to bring people into the series. I assume with this free-to-play game, to introduce them to the Division, the world of it. Because I think there's also a show or something in the works that I saw. A movie. Okay, so they're just trying to expand the world, which is interesting. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, Gino, since you enjoy it so much, and by the time you listen to this, it'll already be out, but Hood Outlaws and Legends comes out for the PlayStation 5, 4, Xbox Series X and the S, and the Xbox One and the PC on May 10th of 2021, obviously.
Yes.
This year.
I think it's May 11th, actually, to be honest with you.
Oh, it says May 10th or May 11th. But you know what comes out on May 11th?
May 10th is according to Game Informer, so...
But Gino, you're close. You know what comes out on May 11th? Destiny 2, Season of the Splicer, for all the same consoles I just mentioned, but that one is May 11th.
Interesting. So that's what I mistook it for.
Yeah, Destiny 2, May 11th, Hood Outlaws, May 10th. But you like DLC? Because Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Wrath of the Druids DLC comes out for all the consoles again. And Stadia, though, on May 13th. You're getting that steady stream of content, boys.
I'm gonna go back to Assassin's Creed when they have all the DLCs released.
All the deals.
Yeah.
You know what I really hate? I hate when you platinum an Assassin's Creed game, like when it comes out, and then all the DLC comes out, and you've got the platinum, but your overall percent is like 40%, and you're like, what?
Alan probs.
A problem that only affects only me and probably maybe like one of you out there. Mass Effect Legendary Edition comes out for all the consoles as well on May 14th. Man, May 10th, 11th, 13th, and the 14th. Holy shit. You guys gonna pick up Mass Effect at all?
Yes, maybe.
Maybe at some point.
Not immediately, but yes.
Yeah. Maybe not at launch. Well, also on May 14th, Subnautica for the Nintendo Switch comes out.
How exciting.
Wow, you sound excited.
I haven't played the actual one, but it looks fun.
Well, also, Subnautica Below Zero comes out the same day, May 14th, for all of the consoles.
I thought that's what you were talking about. Okay.
No. So Subnautica comes out for the Switch on May 14th, but Subnautica Below Zero comes out for everything on May 14th.
Including the Switch.
Excluding Stadia, because Stadia is a thing.
I see. That makes sense.
Yeah, but both of them are coming to the Switch on the same day.
Which is strange.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, if you want to play Subnautica, May 14th, mark your calendar.
Yep.
And as always, new and notable is old and noted. So I think it's time to go into the good old lightning round. All right, Ignacio, take us home.
Final Fantasy VII Integrate, the DLC for last year's Game of the Year, will have a 6 month of exclusivity on the PlayStation 5. Also, the final trailer was revealed or released. Apparently, it has a lot of spoilers for the main game. So if you haven't played it, what is wrong with you? I mean, to be honest, what is wrong with you if you haven't played it? I mean, maybe you don't have a PlayStation 4, so... I mean, I guess that you're excused.
Yeah.
Since it still hasn't come out anywhere but on PlayStation.
I'm happy. Also, I'm happy for all of you.
Slight correction. Our game of the year was Miles Morales, Spider-Man here at the
No.
So
remember that we all agree that Gino
I very remember it was Miles Morales
and corrected his mistake. So we all agree that retroactively Final Fantasy VII Remake was our game of the year, right, Gino?
Hey,
yes.
It sure as hell wasn't Cuphead, though. Am I right, guys? Am I right?
Anyways.
Justice for Cuphead.
Anyways, speaking of the PS5, a PS5 redesign is reportedly on the works, but do not get too excited because it seemingly is just the internals. Nothing big, nothing important, just a boring old redesign.
It's just, I think it's like a chip or something. I don't.
Isn't it to try to beef up production or something? But
probably, yeah. It's not like it is sense. A PS5 Pro.
It's not life changing though.
No. Yeah. Well, unless you don't have a PS5, then maybe this is important to you.
Yep.
Can't relate though. Sorry.
There you go.
Sticking with PlayStation in a weird way, the latest Paul George sneakers from Nike are inspired by the PS5. With the help from PS5 designer Eugene Morizawa, and released this month for a whopping 120 buckaroos.
This is not the first basketball shoe PlayStation collaboration. There was another one. I forget which basketball player it was, but they looked real nice. So
cool.
I want to check these out too. I didn't get them, unfortunately. They sold out and then were upcharged very heavily. So.
So if I'm spending
my PS5,
if I'm spending $120, I'm buying a Digimon TCG booster box.
There you go.
Yeah. Staying for the final one with PlayStation. PlayStation released a new video outlining a few titles that will be receiving. This sounds wrong to me. We're receiving PlayStation Game Boost, including God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, and Shadow of the Colossus. I think that this year is wrong because I think the objective of the video was just to showcase Game Boost.
Yeah.
But what stuck out of it was that they did indeed show Shadow of the Colossus, which hasn't gotten anything in terms of game boosting. whereas God of War and I think also Tsushima got patches.
Interesting.
So yeah, and also they revealed like a logo for Game Boost, which seems to me like they are trying to compete, at least marketing wise, with some like smart delivery.
They're branding it.
They are branding it indeed. Although hopefully it doesn't mean that they will
Or
upgrade
Xbox FPS
other
boost.
games. Yeah. Speaking of Xbox, more games are getting Xbox FPS boost. The total is now up to 97 games. Interesting.
That's ridiculous because they were at like 20 something last week, and they were just like, "Oh, here's 70. Like here you go."
So FPS boost, if you do not know, it is just that these games are getting higher frame rates. It could be 60, it could be 120. We don't know right now. Moving on. 6 more staff members leave Stadia to join Jade Raymond's Heaven Studios. Which apparently they are telling me here in the accounts that there are now 2 employees left in Stadia.
Yeah, well, they're holding on for dear life.
Stadia is about to make some sick comeback, and we're gonna look real silly.
I would hope so.
I doubt that.
Or Stadia is technically already in the grave.
Yep.
Why are you crying?
Well,
Come here.
I wish good luck to those 2 employees.
Come here.
Despite an investigation concluding that he wasn't guilty, one of Witcher's 3 top directors has resigned from CD Projekt Red over bullying claims and apologized to staff, quote, "for all the bad blood I have caused."
Interesting stuff, yeah.
Okay.
I don't have anything more to say.
Just to bury all the bad blood. Interesting.
That's why it's the lightning round, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah. Activision has denied that there were layoffs at Toys for Bob, but reconfirmed that they are all shifted to helping Call of Duty Warzone. So a side story made a little bit less sad.
Yeah, Activision being Activision, you know?
No, but not too much Activision.
No.
Apparently. Gamescom announced that their show will be all digital. That's this story.
I think that was supposed to be a...
Yeah, some other story got it here in between. But yeah, that's that. Gamescom has announced that their show will go all digital after they announced that they would have an in-person event.
Hey.
Okay.
Yep. Next up, Nintendo warns that global chip shortage will hit the Nintendo Switch production this year.
Just delete right here. Look, read this now.
Nintendo warns the global.
Nintendo warns the globe. That's it. That's the story.
Messing with the notes for the show. So basically, Nintendo warns that they will be suffering shortages for the Nintendo Switch, which will for sure lessen the momentum that the console is having right now. So we talked about all of the sales early on the show.
This one's kind of like a no duh story because everyone is having a chip shortage, and we've been talking about that for the past couple months. So
I think that Nintendo got less affected somehow. So I think that's why it is bigger news right now. Or
maybe it's just that they mentioned it because they haven't been paying attention that everything's been happening. So like, oh hey, by the way, guys, just
they've been having a great year.
This is going on.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, yeah, we know.
No. And the final story that we have here, the 2021 Tribeca Festival has announced the Tribeca Games official selection. Mm-hmm. A lineup of 8 games joining the festival. And right here I have the lineup of games. What was that?
You don't got to read them out. Kina's going to win, so.
So we have Harold Halibut from Slow Bros. We got Kina, Bridge of Spirits from Ember Lab, Lost in Random from Soy Games and EA, Norco from Geography of Robots and Raw Fury, Sable from Shadowworks and Raw Fury, Signalis from Rose Engine and Humble Games, The Big Con from Mighty Yell, and 12 Minutes from Liz Antonio and Annapurna Interactive.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. The only games I've heard of there are Kina and 12 Minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like Gino said, Keena's already gonna win. So I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe 12 minutes. You know,
No, maybe the 12 minutes with the.
It'll be close.
Their
It'll be
Star
close.
Strike
if it comes out.
that they got. If it comes out in.
Yeah. There you go.
But yeah,
It'll
that's
be
all
out
the
Monday.
We did it.
run news that we got.
There you go. We've gotten through all of the news this week, so let's wrap things up then with how we normally do. Gino, what are you most excited for this week? What are you looking to get into?
I am very excited to hop into Resident Evil Village. Scare my underpants off is what I like to say. That's what I wanted to do.
You can wear 2 pairs of pants then, or what?
No, I'm not going to wear any because then they don't come off. You know what I mean?
That's true, actually.
If you don't wear underwear, they can't get scared off.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. If I
I don't know,
don't,
that
I don't
sounds
wear
like a very
pants, I
mythical
won't
mood.
shit my pants. You know what I mean?
Well, Gino, the
Right.
trick is if you
Exactly.
stream Resident Evil 8 and you stream just your upper body, you can actually just go naked from the waist down. No one will know. That way, if you get scared
Yeah.
and someone's like, Gino, they scared your pants off.
Yeah, nobody's smelling it. You know, so
Yeah.
Do it.
nobody's smelling through the camera. So
See,
but yeah, I'm
sometimes
excited.
thinking it through.
Yeah, I'm excited for that and to hop back in a Nier and some more Returnal. Hopefully, if they patch it and all that stuff, and the Final Fantasy Fan Fest. I almost forgot to mention Final Fantasy Fan Fest is my E3. Comes in every few years, or I think it's every year. I don't know, but that's my E3. Why are you saying no? What you're saying no because it can't be mine? What do you mean?
No, I'm shaking my head at you because you almost forgot. I'm starting to think you're a fake FF14 player.
What do you mean?
You almost
Damn.
forgot to mention it. That doesn't sound like a
Oh.
dedicated fan to me.
Oh, okay.
Cheat,
All
bro.
right.
I'm calling you out. Calling you out.
Oh, let me call you out on that
Yeah,
one last thing, Alan, because you
uh-oh.
talked to me on Twitter saying that you downloaded the game and you deleted it shortly after.
I did.
First of all, I'll mention again, it's a very intense trophy list in length, not difficulty. It's easy to do everything, but it's just going to take a long time. So I don't want you to go through that. But also, my heart personally is not ready for your hot takes. You know what I mean? It's not
really?
ready for that. So let's avoid that as long as
All
I
right.
can.
2021 goal. We're gonna play FF14, and I'm gonna bring my opinions to crossplay.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh God.
Oh, okay.
All right. Not excited for that, but you can move on, Kyle.
Alan, what about you? What are you excited for this week?
I am very excited to play more Resident Evil 8 because I have a lot of opinions on this game and I am loving it. And I haven't really encountered anything bad, but I have heard interesting opinions that I can't wait to make some kind of content around. Maybe I'll jump into Returnal, but I'm also excited to hopefully put New Replicant behind me. Once I get that platinum, it'll be a relic of the past. I'll delete it. I'll never download it
You can
again.
let it go at any
Nice.
time,
Nice.
Alan. You can just let go.
No, I can't let go. I'm like Rose
Just
from
let go.
Titanic when she says, Jack, I'll never let go.
And she let it go.
Except Rose lets Jack go, but I won't let this go. Like I am legitimately more committed than Rose because she lets go of Jack. You know, Rose abandoned him in the water. Me, I'm not letting go.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like her, except that I'm the exact opposite of her. Right?
I would have moved to let Jack on that dresser so he could have lived. I would have moved.
That's a whole other discussion. You can write a dissertation on that.
Yeah. Ignacio, what are you up to this week? What are you excited for?
I mean, of course, I'm excited for Resident Evil 8. I plan on starting it maybe today, so hopefully I have stuff to talk about next time that we all congregate here for the podcast.
Cool.
Oh, I'm gonna be busy
stuff, good
next
stuff.
Saturday. No, I'm just kidding.
I am excited to jump back into Returnal. Probably gonna be playing that a good bit tomorrow. To see how far I can get. Who knows? Who knows how far I can get? But that's what I'm excited for this week. With that, Gino, where can they find you on the internet?
You can find me over on Twitter at Gino_Viteri. And I actually will be streaming Resident Evil Village now that you mention it.
Cool.
Alan. And you can find that over on twitch.tv/GinoVii. There you go.
There you go. And Alan, where can they find you?
You can find me at Twitter at Alan Busby, and it's the ALAN spelling because everyone's like, "Oh, it's ALLEN." No, it's no. That's the normie spelling.
Yeah, weirdo.
Alan.
And I also stream at Twitch as well. I might be doing more Resident Evil 8. I might stream it just to gather some footage of a hardcore mode playthrough at twitch.tv/AzurePKK. You can check me out there.
Nice.
Cool. And Ignacio, where can they find you?
They can find me on Twitter at IgnacioRojasB. That's IGNACIOROJASB.
Cool. You can find me at Kyle Springer on Twitter. If you guys want to stay up to date with all of the stuff that we do here at the Whatnauts, you can follow our Twitter at the Whatnauts. So go like, share, subscribe. You guys know the deal with all of that stuff. If you have some kind words to say, please go give us a nice review. That would help us out a ton to get in front of more ear holes. That's what we need. You give us all your ear holes.
Please.
Yes. Please, indeed. With that, though, that about wraps us up for this week. Be on the lookout. We got something special coming up this next week.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and tease it out a little bit here, but we have an interview with someone some of our hosts may have had beef with. So we'll be getting
some. Let's make it clear. Some have beef.
That's why I said some.
Some are in good relationships with this person.
I just stated facts.
Nah.
Well, I don't know about that. But we got some exciting stuff coming, which means you guys
on the lookout
might
for episode 69.
2 crossplays.
2 episodes this week of Crossplay. So get excited for that stuff. But with that, we are out. We will see you all next week. Bye.
See ya.
And remember, this has been the Whatnauts presents Crossplay without Gino Part 2. Gino is back. Tune in next week for episode 69.
Heck yeah.